So each of you can plant seeds of light, as Aaron was just saying. And each of you do. And I would like to segue from this a little bit into the knowing who you are and your co-creative gifts. Each of you, in your essence, is the Christ, is the light. And I know each of you, and each of you have intention to bring that. And each of you bring much love in various ways into this earth plane. Love to those you are in relationship with, sharing your gifts in small ways or big ways. And there's really not a distinction, but means sometimes it might be just sitting with an open heart and having tea with a friend, or you may co-create organizations or other things or works of art, but they're all really the same thing. But I offer something for your consideration here. You are each so hard on yourselves. You are so willing to offer your gifts, to offer your time and attention and your love where you see it is needed, and you generously do. What would it be like if you were as generous and kind and forgiving as accepting of yourself? And as I say, I know you, and I know how often you, as your term goes, beat yourself up. There's a difference between awareness and judgment. There's a difference between discernment and condemnation. There's a difference between being able to appraise things realistically to whatever degree you are capable, but then holding yourself to a standard that is practically impossible for any human to keep. So when we're talking about bringing the light, I wanted to make sure I brought to you that, first of all, you cannot not be light. You cannot not be a co-creator. This is who you are. But can you have compassion for yourself as much as you have compassion for others? Because when you clamp down your light in self-judgment, which at times borders on actually hating yourself, I'm not speaking to any particular one of you, and just enumerating failure after failure after failure, looking at the future and thinking you can't change something, or you can't change yourself, or you keep doing the same thing over again. There's no perfect human being. Can you be as kind to yourself? Can you keep opening your heart to yourself as much as you try to open it to others? And there is more I could say about it, but I wanted to make sure I brought that up. Love yourselves. It is hard because you know where you think you should have done something differently, or when you get frustrated, or habits you have that you think aren't in your best interest. Well, you are human, and you are not going to be perfect in this lifetime. You will not make every decision that you think is perfect, or handle every relationship or situation perfectly. But what you can do is every single time you have awareness that you're either closing your heart towards yourself or to others, or in other ways contracting, you can just say, wait a minute, and open the channel. And it will come back, or perhaps you get in an argument or a disagreement with a loved one, and you don't handle it the way you wished you would have, or you wish they would have. But there's no harm that has been done. Everything that contracts can open. Everything that moves into darkness can move into light. So you learn to flow, and you learn to dance. You learn to forgive yourself. You learn to appreciate yourself. But perfection is not required, and I don't think it's possible in the human form.